So guys, now in this part we are going to design our first level. I bring some asset from Monkey Island. So now first let's click the first one and the last one, and I want instead of normal quality to be the high quality. And instead of the beginner, I want to no filter to have the highest quality as possible, and then click on apply. So now let's go inside of a scene. Let's go inside of a level 1. Save it. So as you see here, the level 1 doesn't have anything here, but we have a nav mesh, so to know where should our player go, and event system like food, we have the player, that everything that we need for our player, except we need to give them animation to it. Widget body, nav mesh agent already attached to it, so we just need to give some spy to our player, which we are going to do it later, but first we want to design our level. So now here, as you see, we have the room object, which we have the sprite render. So this one we don't need that, we can remove this one, so because later we are going to make a gown for that. So here we are going to our sprite. As you see here, we don't have anything. Let's go inside of our game asset that I bring it here. So here for our first asset, I'm going to level 1 environment. So let's click on the room again and bring level 1 environment there. And you can also click on that one and write level 1 environment and find it. So as you see, we need to a little bit adjust it to the design of our game a little bit, to be side, to be out. Not too much, but a little bit. So that's not important, we can click it. Now that is our first design, like the Monkey Island. I'm going, instead of room, we name it to background. So room background or room environment. And that's the object, and that is not canvas. So now let's go inside of our grid. Here, as you see, we have the gown that we want for our game. If we want to change it, for example, here maybe we want to your player walking, you don't want the player walking there, so we can just adjust it, or just remove it, make a new one if you want. So I'm going to do it again, remove component and add polygon collider 2D. So then here we can, as you see here, we have this polygon. So here we have also nav mesh. If I'm going to click on bake, it's going to just this part so the player can walk in this part. But for that, we want just player walk in the corner of our game. So maybe here, this part, I'm going to put this there. So we need to just bring it where we want to our player go and where we don't want the player go. Maybe a little bit of distance is not bad. That player is not going to the wall. Just a little bit so far. That's also our background. And then we are going inside of our nav mesh and click on bake. As you see, here is the place that our player can walk. So unfortunately, we should remove this part of so that we can bring it until here. But yeah, I forgot to edit that. So now, because I don't want to have a lot of busy ground, I'm going to bring that kid inside of our room background here. Let's bring it there. So then, yeah, the nav mesh, I'm going to put it outside. And everything is, yeah, we can leave it like that. So then let's bring our tank also in the side. So I should have two tanks, but it's one, okay. I'm going to bring that tank also there. We need to attach it and make it big to the size of our game. So I'm going to put it, I think 3. It's a little bit too big, I think. Maybe 2. You need to match it to the size of there. Let's say 2.5 or 2. So there. I'm going to put it there. So I made the sizes 2.3, and if you want to fix it so you will not get this problem, that you see that the edge of your cannon is come to this part, you can we need to go inside of a background, make it multiple. So let's click on sprite editor. Let's here apply the changes. Then we need to make one sprite from here. So from here, and one from the whole background. And apply it. So now we have 2, as you see, 1 and 2. So we need also to repair the background here, put the whole one is there again, and the small one to here. Let's put it under that one. So it's there. We need to bring it there where we and our cannon is, and make give it, for example, 1, and make it also scale it to 1. So it's a little bit maybe too much, or no, that's match, as you see. Yeah, something like that. It's not that perfect, but it looks better. So you just need to match it with this size. So I'm going to put it there. So Now looks a little bit better. So, but it's just for demonstration. We don't want to make a real game. For real game, you need to really, that's making your own design, not from another game. It's just for tutorial course that we can learn. So how to make a game like Monkey Island. So now let's add a component to that, and that's navigation modifier, this one. Let's add to it. Then here, let's click on override area. And here ask you if this place is walkable or not. I'm going to say no, that's not walkable. So now let's add Box Collider 2D. The reason that we need to add Box Collider 2D is because if I'm going to our nav mesh, you see the nav mesh still know this part as walkable. Okay, even I'm going to bake it, you see nothing is changed because we need to make a Box Collider for our Canon. Here I'm going also to make a Box Collider. Where did I add my nav mesh? Somewhere, I think I did it in the one place I did nav mesh modifier because we need to have that here. So let's do it Box Collider 2D and then nav mesh modifier. This one. So here again, override area in not walkable. And now let's make the Box Collider is the not too that big. We need to just be in the legs of that. So there. And then let's go inside of the nav mesh. Here I'm going to bake it. So now that it doesn't bake, the reason is that where did I make not workable, all affected? First, let's remove this part level 1 environment. By mistake, I added here. So remove this one. We don't want this one, just the Canon here. So the reason that it doesn't work because I need to use navigation modifier and not nav mesh modifier. So navigation modifier, this one. Let's try this one. I think I made a mistake with that one. So here again, override, not walkable, and then let's go to nav mesh and let's bake it. Yeah, that's work now. As you see now, this part is not walkable. So and our player, our Guybrush cannot walk this part. So do not forget that we need to put navigation modifier and not nav mesh modifier. It's really important because if you put the wrong one, then it will not work. So now the next part that we want to have is our door. So we need to put it there as well. So let's bring it also there and make it to the size of our door and make the layer 1. So later we need to change the layers to adjust the layer correctly. So when the door is open, the door is closed, the door is open, the door is closed. just need to adjust it. So when you are going to remove the door, that the door is open. Going to the next level, the door is closed. So here also I need to bring it down. So now it's matched. Yeah. So, and that's our door. So every time it's going to give us some errors, but they are not important. So now in the next part, we are going to bring our guybrush in our scene. See you in the next video.